Welcome back to It's Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a new compilation video for you guys today. This one's not all doom and gloom chow. There's actually some good chow out there that makes men feel good. There's women out there in the West still appreciate men and understand that they need men. And you may not hear it too often, but there are good women out there. It's just much harder to find them in the West. There's a lot more women that what men are looking for, in other countries. But at least there's some still good women out there. Let's go check out what these women have to say. It's chow time, guys. This one's just an introduction to red pill and just what it is for men.
Who here knows what the red pill is?
Okay, the red pill is based off, well, loosely the concept of like the Matrix, the red and blue pill.
Yes.
So
I love the Matrix.
Alternate reality and actual reality.
Shout out to Keanu.
But it's mainly based around male and female interactions, shall we say.
Yeah.
But mainly for the men, like the harsh reality, truth.
There's a lot of harsh truth out there that men need to realize.
You don't know what it is either?
Nah.
The idea is that like men are told one thing their whole life. They're told to like court women, treat her nice, put her on a pedestal,
Be the nice guy.
and then she'll love you. And then it turns out like women like the toxic men. And it's basically like the red pill is when you see the world for how it really is.
Right.
And there's a lot of different components to that, like
Yep.
that are part of red pill.
No. This is
Riley.
why I say that. In the future, when I have my daughters and they come to me with a problem that I can't fix, I'm going to say, go to your dad. There's some issues that I don't want to deal with, that I don't know how to deal with, that women are not equipped to deal with. Same goes for young men that need a woman to teach them certain things that their father just can't.
She's 100% correct. I'm glad like women are starting to realize this. Like she said, there's some things, even for her own daughter, that she probably would not be able to handle, and she would rather her husband handle it. And I think that's what a partnership is. Like if one parent can't handle a certain topic or subject with a certain child, the other parent usually has something equipped in them to be able to do something about it. That's why you need both parents in the home. Like being able to understand male nature and female nature is such a bonus for young up and growing youth, I guess I want to say.
All these women saying they can get their passports too.
I
don't
think
they
this
realize
is
how crazy
hilarious.
foreign men are. Like, you will get your head popped off if you come at your husband sideways.
100%
So
agree.
if you're asking, like, can you get
if women were to
rent-free?
go
Sure, that's
to
the
East Asian
shit
countries
you
and
do
try to
in the
treat their
States
men the
and
way
how
that they treat
horribly you
men here,
that won't
they will get their
fly
head popped off.
overseas. So good luck with that.
I like that one.
The male brain cannot think and feel at the same time. They're literally missing the cord that connects their thinking part of their brain.
I don't know so
to
much
the
about
part
this
of their
cord
brain,
she's speaking
and that's
of,
why men need
but
so
it does
much
take a
more
long
brain
time to
space
actually process
than women do
emotion.
for processing. And this is also why women need to be very careful to not overwhelm or emotionally flood a man.
Damn right. I totally agree. Sometimes we get home after a hard day's work. Not saying we don't want to hear about your day. I mean, tell you the truth, most men don't want to hear about your day. But give us a little bit of time to like decompress before, you tell us about, Nancy screwing somebody and so on and so forth that we don't truly care about. But we love you, so we're going to listen. But just give us some time.
I want to know why you never get spoiled or treated well by men. You don't
Why
voice
don't
it? No. Problem is no one taught you how to date. Emotionally codependent. Desperate for male validation. Afraid of conflicts or judgment. Naive.
I feel a lot
As
of
any
women are
those
scared of
describe
the
you.
judgment
Look
part.
how much power he has over you without even doing anything for you. Can I tell you a secret? There are always
Yeah, a lot of
power
women
dynamics in dating.
give these
When you
men
don't know how to stay
everything
in power,
without any
you get
reciprocation of
played consistently
standards
and
according
not
to
just
them.
in dating. We were never taught that moral has its dilemma. Power game never dies because of human nature. We don't have to be a victim. Level up and be powerful. Do you want to
hear what she said? I mean, I think a lot of women are like this. They go about dating thinking that these men really do, or have genuine desires for them, but they don't. That's why they treat them like shit, and never really give them the time of day or feel like they're getting treated properly. But it's because these guys are exactly what these women are looking for, looks wise, status wise. So because these men have so many options, they're usually they treat you as an option. That's just how it usually is. I'm glad that she's kind of helped explaining things, and women, I do think women should level up too, just as men. Stop dating these particular guys that just aren't going to treat you right. I mean, I know most women see this right away. They see these red flags pretty often and pretty quickly, but they still choose to stick around.
Have you ever looked up the definition of a misogynist? I just did for the first time, and it's not what I thought.
Yeah, I've looked it up many times.
Misogynist, a person
I don't think
dislikes,
very many women
despises,
actually know
or
what it
strongly
actually means.
prejudiced against women. It's silly for me to be shocked, but I just always assumed it meant something less extreme, maybe disrespects or is arrogant towards.
That's what a lot of
Do you know
women
what the
use it
opposite of a
as.
misogynist
As
is?
soon as you're a little bit
It's
disrespectful
not a
to them,
feminist,
you're a
like me and my
misogynist.
friends originally thought. It's a whole other word we didn't even know existed. Misandry is the hatred of, contempt for, or prejudice against men.
It is a newer term that I don't think most people know. Misandry. I think a lot of feminists, or no, the F word, women, really are misogynists or misandrous. They really do have a hatred towards men and a very large contempt towards them. So it's how she's kind of going about like the thought process right now. I think it's starting to happen. A lot of women are starting to realize that it's actually kind of one-sided, even though they've been fighting very hard this whole time.
And I hated that word, because on my worst days, I'm afraid that definition fits me. And it doesn't sound heroic like feminist. It sounds villainous, evil even. The way misogynist sounds like a predatorial dragon come to devour any female to cross its path. It's embarrassing to count the amount of days I have allowed that dragon to take on its female form inside of my heart. My mouth burns with hatred as I use my words as a flamethrower. I hate men. All men suck. Even the good ones are just pretending. Men are beneath me. But the gross part is that it's considered acceptable for me to say these things out loud today.
It is.
But if I ever heard those words come out of my brother's mouth, I hate all women, women suck, women are beneath me,
He would get
our society would burn him
destroyed.
at the stake, myself included. But my culture says it's okay for me to say those types of things. I'm not a villain. I'm a hero. I'm standing up for myself, for all women. So they fuel the fire and I continue to rage, letting my stored up unforgiveness and pain belittle and set the male species in flames. I hide behind the wrong word, becoming everything I once said I hated about them. Am I pro-woman, or am I really just anti-men?
Shout out to this creator, Brie, for actually internalizing what's going on. I don't think a lot of women do. They just go what the narrative and the media kind of pushes towards them, and not realizing if they actually look at their own brothers and sisters, like they would never want their brothers to be treated the way that they treat men, or the way they are.
Can you name any rights men have today that women don't?
Rights that men have that women do not. No.
So then what laws are feminists fighting for?
Yeah, what are they fighting for, really?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh,
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know, because
Why
If
would
women
they
have been
know?
historically oppressed, where
They're
did the
just
expression
trained to
ladies
do
first come
things.
from?
NPCs,
that's a
right?
good question. I don't know.
If we live in such a patriarchal society, where did all these laws come from that protect women and punish men?
That's a good one too. That's a really good one too. Honestly, I feel like it would probably have boiled down from...
If we lived in a matriarchal society that was run by women, what would the man's role become?
The hard workers,
and we'd be the at home.
Isn't that exactly what we have right now?
Yeah, you're right.
So why would a matriarchy be any better than a patriarchy if that's exactly what we have right now?
Okay, sorry, I contradict.
Can you name any rights?
Now that was a fun little closer. Shout out to It's Complicated. He's actually the one that does the interview on this little short. I just happened to pick up this clip with Jasmine reacting to it. How was that chow? Was it good? Nice and fluffy chow right there. I mean, hope everybody liked it. Yes, there are still women out there that fight for men, love men, and appreciate men, you know, in many ways. And I mean, of course, there's still the women out there that, you know, we hear men ain't shit and things like that. Try not to let those women deter you. You know, like, if you do want a relationship, look, you know, like, you just have to do a lot of work, a lot of vetting. And again, it's needle in a haystack, almost a needle in a hay barn nowadays to find a good woman in the West. I mean, as we see, there are some, but I think the passport bros, even, you know, what that one video said, I think that's where most men are heading towards. And I think it's funny that women from the West think that they can go to the East and just pick up any man, and these men are so excited to have a strong, independent woman, you know, be their wife. Well, that I hope you guys like the chow. Please like and subscribe. I made that compilation myself. I hope you guys liked it. I mean, yeah.